Good morning students, myself Professor N.S. Kadam from S.H. Kilker College, Devgarh. I welcome you all on behalf of S.H. Kilker College, Devgarh, and you must be knowing that you all are now admitted to M.Sc Evs, and this M.Sc Evs Master Degree, it is a PG course which is of 2 years, you know it, and it covers almost 4 semesters. Normally, the first semester and the second semester it is covered up in the first year, and the next year it will be continued with the semester 3 as well as the semester 4. So this PG course is normally of 4 semester, and this year we are going to cover the portion of from first semester, that is first semester as well as the second semester. So your semester now started on the January 21. Now we have to cover this portion from January 21 to January 22. So we are going to cover the whole portion of semester 1 as well as the semester 2 in this year, January 21 to January 22. So mid of the year we are going to face again the examination of the semester 1, and as soon as the semester 2 started, again at the end of the semester 2 we are going to face an exam. So this M.Sc, it is a regular program, you know it, and it is of 2 years course. So here attending a lecture, 75% attendance is very required, and without this attendance, that is 75%, you are not allowed to sit in the exam, as well as you have to cover both the theory portion as well as the practical portion. So the theory which is to be covered in this semester 1 as well as semester 2, as well as we have to conduct certain practicals also. So we are going to see what are the different type of syllabus portion which is given to us, and which syllabus we have to cover from the 21st of the January to 22nd of the January. So you must know that our semester 1, it is consisting of 4 papers. Always remember that semester 1 and each semester is consisting of the 4 papers. So what are the 4 papers? The first paper is ecology and ecosystem. The second paper is biodiversity. Third paper is environment and natural resources, and the fourth paper is environmental pollution. So in this semester first we are going to cover all this portion of all these papers. So you know that each paper is consisting of 4 units. So each paper, that is the first paper of the semester first, that is ecology and ecosystem. This paper having the 4 units, that is first unit, unit second, unit third, as well as the unit 4. So similarly, biodiversity paper, again it is consisting of the 4 units, that will be unit first, unit second, third unit, and the 4th unit. Similarly, and third paper, that is environment and natural resources, it is again consisting of the 4 unit, that is first unit, second unit, third unit, and the 4th unit. Similarly, environmental pollution, it is again consisting of the 4 units, that is first unit, second unit, third unit, and the 4th unit. So in the semester 1 we have to cover the 4 papers, and each paper is having again divided into 4 units. So this was regarding the semester first. Now coming up to the semester second. Here also in semester second we have to cover the 4 papers, and each paper has 4 units. that is first unit, second unit, third unit and the fourth unit. Similarly, paper 2 will also control the same thing. Unit will be the 4 unit. Again paper 3, 4 unit, and paper 4 again it is having the 4 unit. So this was regarding this semester and the papers and the distribution of the topic. Now we are going to see the syllabus. So this is the syllabus which we have to follow for the year 21-22. So the syllabus, that is old syllabus. So here environmental science syllabus, it is consisting of the 2 semester. First semester, here semester first, it is consisting of 4 papers, and semester 2 is again consisting of the 4 papers. Now we have to see regarding the semester first. So semester first, the first paper is ecology and ecosystem. Here you can find out semester 1, it is consisting of the first paper, that is ecology and ecosystem, and it is again consisting of the 4 subunits, that is unit 1, 2, unit 3 as well as the unit 4. So the first unit is somewhat related to the definition or certain related terms which are related to the topic or the main heading, that is ecology. So what is ecology, definition of ecology, principles, scope, what are the different type of ecologies, what are the different type of ecosystem which sustain in the on the earth surface. So we have to deal with certain ecology related or you can say that topic. The first topic, it is related to the ecology, unit 1. Unit 2, we have to study certain concepts of biosphere and ecosystem. So what is biosphere, what is ecosystem, what are these components, what are the functions, that all we have to deal with in unit 2. So coming up to the unit 3, unit 3 is nothing but the organization of ecological system, means how this ecological system is organized in in the biosphere. So we have to study something related to the producers, consumers, decomposers, and what are the different component of the ecological system. Now coming up to the fourth point of the first paper, that is energy and ecological succession. So what do you mean by succession, what are the different type of succession, what is climax, what is pioneer stages, what are the different stages of succession, these are the topics which is to be covered under this unit 4, that is energy and ecological succession. So this was related to the paper first. So what are the different type of references which you can refer through this year for the paper 1 is you can go for any type of books which is related to the ecology. It may be fundamentals of ecology, it may be principle of ecology, or ecology related means you have to go through the fundamental of the ecology. So what is ecology and what are the concepts of ecology? So any books which is related to the ecology will gives you all this topic inside the paper 1. So it may be by means of, you can refer the ecology by means of Verma. So here in the library it is available 4 copies of the that is a book ecology is available, and you can issue these books and you can refer the notes. Next, coming up to the second paper, that is PS EVS 102, means this is the post graduation science streams. EVS means environmental science, 102 means first semester second paper. So here what is the second paper? Something related with the biodiversity. Bio means life, diversity means variation. So what are the richness of species inside the life? So we have to study under the biodiversity. So what are the, again it is consisting of the 4 units. The first unit is nothing but the biodiversity concept and components. So the first unit is biodiversity concept and components. So something related with biodiversity, that is what is biodiversity, what are the different components of biodiversity, what are the types of biodiversity, what are the importance, ecological importance, economic value of biodiversity. Everything related to biodiversity is to be covered under this unit one topic, that is biodiversity concept and component. The basic concept, that is what is biodiversity, the concept, and what are the different components. Next, coming up to the next unit, that is biodiversity and evaluation. So biodiversity evaluation, how do we evaluate the biodiversity, means the richness of species, how it can be evaluated. So by means of the certain evaluating techniques that we have to study in that, that is IUCN red list category. What do you mean by endangered species, what do you mean by rare species, what do you mean by climate change, endemic species or extinct species. This all concepts comes under the biodiversity. And what are the different type of new issues which are related to the biodiversity, like climate change induces losses, means if there is change in the climate, they may result or loss in the biodiversity. What are the different type of common flora and fauna, or the aquatic phytoplankton, etc. This all to be studied under the unit 2. Now coming up to the unit 3. So unit 3 is something related to the rules and regulation or acts related to the biodiversity. So what are the biodiversity convention and biodiversity act? So what are IPR, what are international and national programs of biodiversity, etc. These are to be covered under this topic. So what do you mean by WWF, World Wild Fund, we used to say, World Conservation Unit, Cities, Traffic, World Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So in this topic, that is biodiversity and convention and biodiversity act, we must know the certain acts related to the biodiversity. It means certain rules and regulations related to the biodiversity. Next, coming up to the unit 4, that is biodiversity conservation. So is how this biodiversity, you know that many species has got extinct, or certain species which are critically endangered. So in order to save all these species, we have to follow certain conservation strategies. So what are the different type of conservation strategies? That is importance of biodiversity conservation. Why do we need to conserve the biodiversity? मतलब biodiversity protect करने या conserve करने की क्या ज़रूरत है, कैसे उसे conserve किया जा सकता है, what are the two different type of conservation strategies कौन कौन से हैं, what do you mean by biosphere reserves, what do you mean by national park, what do you mean by ex situ conservation. So how we are going to conserve this biodiversity, it is one of the important aspect in this unit 4. So unit 4 is nothing but the biodiversity conservation. So whole paper is related to the biodiversity. So the first unit first, that is biodiversity concept, you must know. Second thing is that how do we evaluate this biodiversity. Third component, what are the rules and regulation you must know related to the biodiversity, and what are the different type of biodiversity strategies, how we can conserve this biodiversity. So this was related to the second paper. Now coming up to the third paper. So for this you can refer again many books which is available in I think part number 105 in our library, and here certain books, anything related to biodiversity and environment, will gives you all these related topics. So textbook of biodiversity, you can go for it, or else you can go for biodiversity and environment. So there are many books, anything related to biodiversity which which will explain all these topics. Now coming up to the paper 3. So what is paper 3? Paper 3 is environment and natural resources. So here also this paper is consisting of the 4 units. The first one is the unit 1. So always remember that the topic main heading of the paper, that will be the first unit, that is environment. So what is environment over here? The topic environment, you must know what do you mean by environment. That is surrounding, which is just besides an organism in which they used to live, they are said to be the environment. So what do you mean by environment? Second unit is that mass and energy. What do you mean by mass and what do you mean by energy? How this transfer of mass and energy takes place between the organism also should be covered in paper or unit 2. Next, coming up to the unit 3. So next unit, that is natural resources. So what are the different type of natural resources which is present on our earth, and how we are going to, or how we are utilizing these natural resources. So the natural resources may also include certain land resources. So you can see here the topic related to land resources, related to the topic related to the food resources. What are the different type of mineral resources? What do you mean by water resources? So these are the topics which is to be covered under the unit 3. Now coming up to the last unit, that is energy resources. Here the energy resources, what are the different sources of the energy, what are the renewable sources of energy, what are the non-renewable sources of energy, which is to be covered in this unit. So any book of it may be Himalaya publication or something related with the environment and development will gives you these notes. So still I'm going to provide you the notes and the page number as well as the textbooks which can be easily refer for this notes. Next, coming up to the last paper, that is paper 104, that is environmental pollution. So till now we have seen what do you mean by ecology, what do you mean by environment, what do you mean by natural resources. So till now we have seen what all things are present on the earth's surface. Now these things which are the natural resources, they has been polluted. So what are the different type of pollutions is to be covered in the paper 4. So the paper 4 is environmental pollution. So again environmental pollution paper, fourth paper, it is consisting of 4 units. The first unit is introduction to the environmental pollution. So what are the different type of pollution we are facing today? It may be air, it may be water, it may be soil, etc, etc. So you can say that the paper 4 is consisting of totally of the pollution. So second unit, it is related to the soil pollution and the solid waste pollution. Soil pollution and the solid waste pollution. Next, unit 3, it is consisting of radiation and noise pollution. Radiation and noise pollution. Here we have to study something related with the radioactivity. What do you mean by noise? What are the different type of measurement unit by which we can say that classify the noise? Next, last unit, that is unit 4, that is thermal pollution, oil pollution and e-waste pollution or electronic pollution or electronic waste. So these are the new topics which is added again in the pollution. So till now we have already heard about the air pollution, we have heard about the soil pollution, we have already heard about the water pollution, but this pollution has now we are going to see which is added to our portion, that is oil pollution, electronic waste and the thermal pollution. So these are the 4 different type of papers of our Environmental Science M.Sc EVS Part First, which is to be covered in this semester. And the references, so you can refer the books. So you can refer the book Essential Environmental Science by Mishra. So if you buy this book, it costs merely almost 300 to 400 or 400 rupees to 500 rupees. And this book almost cover 60% of our syllabus. So if possible, buy this book Essential Environmental Science by Mishra and Pandey, or else in our library 5 copies of this book is already available. You can issue the book and refer the for the notes. So due to the pandemic of the COVID-19, we have to continue our syllabus and we have to cover the syllabus as per the schedule, and for that you have to go through the online lectures per day and you have to send the feedback. So thank you for watching my lecture.